After my dress was decided on, I thought I could breathe. I found several venues I liked. I knew I wanted a venue in which I could have both the ceremony and reception in one location. The idea of getting in your car and relocating to celebrate seemed like unnecessary hassle. I narrowed down venues that fit our style and preferences. I contacted all 10 of them, and I asked them the necessary questions. Is your facility wheelchair accessible? Is there room for a ceremony and reception? Can you hold 120 guests? Every single one of my picks said yes to these questions. They had a date we wanted available. There was enough capacity for our guests, and it was wheelchair accessible. Everything was looking fantastic. My fiancé and I set out to examine our first venue. It was called Market Hall. It is located an hour and a half away from where we live. We loved the look of it. The main room, where the ceremony and reception would be, was very spacious. The decor was a good mixture of contemporary and industrial. We started brainstorming about how we would set it all up. The venue director was there beside us, doing her sales pitch and winning us over on this venue. Then I asked to see the bridal suite. She said, "It's upstairs, and we don't have an elevator." I looked to the staircase and see that it sort of curves around a pole. The bottom of the staircase begins where the ceremony would begin. Okay, I thought, I'm used to this. Let's come up with a plan B. The woman tried to offer suggestions, like have my fiancé carry me to the bridal suite. This was not an option. Aside from the fact that the groom should not see the bride on their wedding day, I imagined this scenario happening. Me in a very full dress, my fiancé carrying me down the stairs, my bridesmaids surrounding us, trying to keep my dress intact, and someone along the way tripping. We all fall. We now have a game of bowling for guests. This venue just would not work for us. After leaving, I contacted the other venues we had lined up. 80% of the chosen venues did not have an accessible bridal suite. Our list of venues and options shrunk in one afternoon. It seemed wrong, an injustice, that accessible bridal suites were not a consideration for venues. Part of the brilliance of the Americans with Disabilities Act is that it gives people access to every aspect of life. Unfortunately, things slip through the cracks when trying to provide equal access to everyone. Yes, the facilities are wheelchair accessible, but it isn't always to the extent that is needed. When situations like this arise, I feel it is my responsibility to point out the places and situations that still need improvement. One way to address these nuances is to start the conversation. Create awareness. As you can imagine, finding a venue seemed hopeless. When I thought the dress would be the hardest decision and present the most challenges, it was the venue. At least I had the dress. That's all a bride needs, right? The venue we chose was Crossing Main. It had all of our requirements and preferences, and it is wheelchair accessible. Completely wheelchair accessible. The venue coordinator even measured all of the doorways going to the bridal suite once she found out the width of my chair. It was a breath of fresh air to have a person go that extra step to verify that I have equal access. The ambience of the venue was flawless too. It fit all of our requirements and looks amazing. The charm of the venue is really going to make the wedding beautiful. When I look back at my wedding pictures, I am going to be grateful that we found Crossing Main. Thanks everyone. If you like watching my videos, please come back for more Wedding on Wheels.